Over the last 38 years, Mr. Evert held a number of titles: teacher, coach, athletic director, principal, and superintendent. Over those same 38 years, he also held some more important titles: husband, father, grandfather, brother, cousin, neighbor, and friend. On behalf of the school district, I'd like to thank his family and friends for sharing him with us all those years. May God bless you, and may God bless the memory of Mr. Evert.
I had just started kindergarten in Wanamingo, and our class was walking down the hall. We all spotted a towering figure walking toward us, and we all thought, was this the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk? And we would all soon learn that, unlike the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk, this would be one of the kindest individuals we would ever meet. As the old saying goes, if you want to touch the past, touch a rock. If you want to touch the present, touch a flower. If you want to touch the future, touch a life. We are all gathered here this evening because for our lives, we've been touched by Mr. Evert. Over the span of 38 years, Mr. Evert would remain a central force in our community. His compassion for all kids, regardless of race or gender or status, his firm belief in the importance of education, and his moral compass made him a natural mentor to us all. He was the face of Kenyon-Wanamingo schools. My favorite memories of Mr. Evert, oddly enough, involved me as a student getting into trouble and having to go for a visit with the big man. I would hand him my discipline slip, he would quietly read it, then lean back in his chair and wait for my best Johnny Cochran-esque defense. We would discuss whether or not I was a political prisoner for not being able to wear a Joe Camel t-shirt in school, or if my Fourth Amendment rights were violated when he found water balloons in the cooler I was trying to sneak onto the bus, or if my First Amendment freedom of assembly protections were violated when I got punished for ditching Phi Ed class to help Jason Teal fill the milk machine. Strike 3. Mr. Evert always treated me with respect and dignity while remaining fair and firm in issuing discipline. What other principal would have the patience not only to listen to a 9th grader's line of BS defenses, but also to have the astuteness to tell that 9th grader that he expected better from him. Tell him not to get sidetracked by foolish games. Tell him to go out and make something good of yourself. Mr. Evert believed in the goodness inside all of us. He devoted 38 years, or nearly 14,000 days, to our district. And for every single one of those days, he was committed to ensuring that the students in our district received a quality education. It may be tempting tonight to consider how unfair life can be, and it can be very unfair. It's imperative that we support Barb, Nick, Katie, Joe, the entire family during this difficult time. But it's also important for us to remember how fortunate we all were to have had the opportunity to know and connect with this man. What better legacy than to have helped shape thousands of lives in Kenyon-Wanamingo. Thank you, Mr. Evert, for never giving up on us and for touching all of our lives.
And as a representative of the Kenyon-Wanamingo Elementary School, I want to extend my sincere sympathy to you, Barb, Nick, Katie, and Joe, and all of your families. And then after being at his desk for extended periods of time, Jeff felt the need to get out of the office. Recently, his favorite spots to visit were the preschool, KW Kids, or the lunchroom, where his granddaughter Piper could be found. And Piper would say, Grandpa's just checking up on me. I want you all to know Jeff was truly a friend to us. He was our leader and he had difficult decisions to make. But as that leader, he first took into consideration each of us personally, whether it was a student or a staff member. His compassion for kids, parents, and community members will not be forgotten. When anyone wanted to visit with him, Mr. Evert took the time to listen, advise, and then share a story of his own. On more than one occasion, he told people, "There is no question too small to ask." He had a wonderful ability of relating to people. Everyone walking through the building received a greeting, and the smile we'll all remember. This humble man will be greatly missed. Mr. Evert really is synonymous with the elementary building. I'll miss walking in the door with him at 7:30. He leaves an amazing legacy behind. He leaves our community a better place, and for that we will always be grateful. And when we enter the KW Castle, we'll imagine you here with us, cheering each one of us on.
Receive this blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord's face shine on you with grace and mercy.